Hello, my name is Aaron, and today we're talking about junk mail. I hate junk mail. I think it's useless and wasteful. Some of you might think it's just a minor inconvenience. You take it out of your mailbox, don't take a second glance at it, and throw it in the recycle bin. The problem with that is that it's still wasteful. It's estimated that about 169 million trees are cut down just for junk mail alone. And that's a problem, because if you remember the three-word saying, reduce, reuse, recycle, that's actually the order that we're supposed to do them in. Recycling is a last resort. It's incredibly inefficient and still takes energy. So the best thing we can do is reduce our waste. And that's what I'm going to cover today. For my purposes here, I've divided junk mail into essentially 4 categories. The first of which is credit card and loan offers. Now, if you have any type of credit card or even a bank account, it's likely that you get offers from credit card companies. This is purely marketing. It doesn't really change your odds of being accepted. They're just pre-screened offers and they're junk mail. Those you can stop by using the opt-out option, and there are a few hoops to jump through, which is annoying. But essentially, you have to call them or write them, and then you will get an opt-out notice. If you just call them, it'll opt you out for a little while, but in order to fully opt out permanently, you have to send them in an actual written notice. So it is a bit inconvenient, but it's worth it. You'll stop getting those mailers, and in my opinion, it's also a bit of a security concern as well. So by cutting back on these pre-approved credit card offers, you're able to stop the banks from selling and exchanging your information. The second category would be bills, whether they be credit card bills or internet bills. These are usually things that you can get an email for. And in this day and age, most bills are paid online anyway, so it's incredibly wasteful to get a bill for your electricity or for your internet. So if you can get an email for that, that's an easy way to get rid of those paper bills there. The third category would be subscriptions and other mailers. These are things that you've signed up for and they will have your name on it. So these could be IKEA catalogs or charities that you've donated to or websites that you've purchased from. The way you can get out of these is by usually calling the company and unsubscribing because they will have your name in the system. You'll have an account with that company or something like that, and they'll be able to mark it and unsubscribe you from that junk mail. The fourth category is the most annoying and the most difficult, and this is unsolicited mail. You can recognize this because it'll usually say current resident or our neighbor at, and then your address. So these are companies that don't have your name. They just send mass junk mail to everyone, and it's frustrating. Sometimes you're able to unsubscribe online. This is usually for like catalogs or coupon savers, things like that. Some of those do have an online option to remove yourself from the mailing list, but most of them do not. And that's where we get into another area where there's some more hoops to jump through, which is something called the DMA choice. Now, I'll be honest, I have not signed up for this. So I'm still getting a little bit of junk mail, and it's kind of frustrating. But the reason I haven't is because it costs money. It costs $3 to opt out for every 10 years. And it's just ridiculous to me that to stop getting money from these companies, I essentially have to pay them to stop sending me stuff. So that's one of the reasons I haven't done it yet. And also because you do need to create an online account and put in all your information. And in the interest of security, I try to make as few accounts as possible. So it's one aspect where I just haven't gotten around to doing it. But if you are okay with that and you can be bothered to pay the money, that's a good option to stop those unsolicited current resident mailers and such. So that's my take on junk mail. Again, it is incredibly wasteful, and if you can do without it, you can just do these things to really help save some paper and by extension some trees. And it really is just frustrating, all of the hoops that these companies have created to essentially continue to send you junk. But if everyone just does their part and gets rid of it a little bit at a time, then hopefully it'll have a better impact in the long run. And that's my thoughts about junk mail. Let me know what you think. See you next time. Hi, it's Aaron. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any thoughts or feedback, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I do read all of them. And if you'd like to see more content like this, well, you already know how YouTube works, so I don't need to tell you what to do.